Discipline is lonely. Not because success is lonely, but because growth separates you from comfort. And most people are addicted to comfort. They wake up every day searching for the easiest path, the fastest pleasure, the quickest distraction. Entertainment became their lifestyle. Comfort became their identity. That is why disciplined people often walk alone. Because the moment you decide to change your life seriously, you separate yourself from average thinking. Most people say they want success, but very few people truly want the lifestyle required to achieve it. Everybody wants the results. Few want the sacrifices. Few want the sleepless nights, the uncomfortable mornings, the isolation, the consistency, the pain of repeating difficult things every single day. Because discipline is repetitive, and repetition is boring to people addicted to stimulation. The world today rewards distraction. Everywhere you look, something is fighting for your attention. Social media, notifications, entertainment, validation, noise. And slowly, people lose the ability to focus deeply. But disciplined people are different. While the world is distracted, they are building. Quietly, silently, patiently. When you stop wasting time, people notice. Not immediately, but eventually. Because your behavior changes. You stop talking too much. You stop explaining yourself. You stop chasing approval. You become more intentional, more focused, more controlled. And people become uncomfortable around that energy, because your discipline reminds them of their excuses. Most people do not hate successful people. They hate being reminded of their own lack of discipline.
That's why growth changes relationships. The moment you begin improving yourself, some people begin distancing themselves from you, not because you hurt them, but because your transformation exposes their stagnation. Late nights, early mornings, working silently while others sleep. Nobody claps for that part. Nobody sees the exhaustion, the mental battles, the self-doubt, the frustration, the sacrifices. People only see the final result. They see the money, the physique, the confidence, the achievements. But they ignore the years of invisible struggle behind it. Everybody loves the spotlight. Very few respect the darkness it took to reach it. Because the truth is, discipline requires suffering privately. There will be nights where you question everything. Moments where motivation disappears completely. Days where you feel emotionally exhausted. Days when nobody checks on you. Days where your progress feels invisible. But disciplined people continue anyway. That is the difference. Weak people depend on emotions. Disciplined people depend on systems. Because emotions change daily. But systems create consistency. And consistency changes lives. Discipline teaches you something dangerous. You realize most people are controlled by feelings. If they feel motivated, they work. If they feel tired, they stop. But disciplined people learn to train themselves. They realize emotions are fleeting. They dictate your actions, but your actions dictate your life. If things become difficult, they quit. That is why average lives are common, because average people only move when emotions allow them to. But discipline forces action, even during discomfort, especially during discomfort. That is why discipline creates power, because the ability to control yourself is one of the rarest strengths in modern society. Today, most people cannot sit quietly for 10 minutes without reaching for their phones. Silence became uncomfortable. Stillness became painful. People became addicted to constant stimulation. And without realizing it, they lost control of their minds. But disciplined people train themselves differently. They learn how to focus deeply, delay gratification, stay calm under pressure, work without validation, suffer without complaining. That mindset changes everything. Discipline changes your identity. Slowly, quietly. At first, nobody notices. But internally, you are becoming someone else. Your standards rise. Your habits improve. Your thinking sharpens. You begin protecting your energy differently. You stop chasing temporary pleasure. You stop needing constant entertainment. You stop wasting time proving yourself to people who are not building anything. And suddenly, you feel different from the crowd. That feeling can become lonely, because growth creates separation. The old version of you slowly dies. Your interests change. Your mindset changes. Your conversations change. Your priorities change. And naturally, your environment changes too. Some friendships will no longer feel aligned. Some people will misunderstand your depth.
Misunderstand your focus. Others may call you obsessed, antisocial, boring, too serious. But what they call obsession is often commitment. And commitment creates transformation. Most people never experience transformation because they never stay disciplined long enough. They quit too early. They stop during the uncomfortable phase. The phase where results are invisible, progress feels slow, loneliness feels heavy. But that phase is important, because discipline is built in isolation. Nobody becomes mentally strong through comfort. Strength is built through resistance, pressure, pain, repetition, failure, and survival. Every difficult moment is shaping you into someone stronger, even when it feels meaningless, even when nobody notices, even when nobody supports you. There is something powerful about suffering silently and still continuing. That level of self-control changes a person deeply. Because eventually, discipline stops feeling like punishment. It becomes identity. You no longer force yourself to improve. Improvement becomes natural. The gym becomes normal. Reading becomes normal. Focus becomes normal. Hard work becomes normal. And laziness starts feeling uncomfortable instead. That is when transformation truly begins. Most people spend years running away from discomfort. But discomfort is often the doorway to growth. The uncomfortable conversation, the difficult workout, the lonely season, the sacrifices. Those moments shape your future. Understand this carefully. Loneliness is sometimes the price of transformation. Not everyone can go where you are trying to go. Some people are assigned to your comfort zone, not your future. And that is okay. Because your purpose is not to stay accepted by everybody. Your responsibility is to become the strongest.
Mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually. One day, people will see your results. They will admire your confidence, your focus, your discipline, your achievements. But they will never fully understand the years of isolation behind it. The silent suffering, the consistency, the sacrifices nobody applauded. That is why disciplined people move differently. They understand something most people never learn. Temporary loneliness is better than permanent regret. Stay focused. Stay disciplined. Keep building silently. Because one day, the same people who doubted your discipline will admire your confidence. And by then,
you won't need their validation anymore.
Mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually. One day, people will see your results. They will admire your confidence, your focus, your discipline, your achievements. But they will never fully understand the years of isolation behind it. The silent suffering, the consistency, the sacrifices nobody applauded. That is why disciplined people move differently. They understand something most people never learn. Temporary loneliness is better than permanent regret. Stay focused. Stay disciplined. Keep building silently. Because one day, the same people who doubted your discipline will admire your confidence. And by then, you won't need their validation anymore.
Subscribe for more cinematic motivation and mindset content.